Hello everyone and welcome to another Top 5 Records video, and another one in the series in which I'm taking a closer look if an album I'm talking about belongs in this book. The 1001 albums you must hear before you die, and I'm literally going off the list, listening to these albums, trying to find them. And last week when I was in London, and when I go to London I just go for record hunting. You can do fun stuff in the night, but go to London, go and try and find records. I mean, you find the most amazing pressings all over town. It's a Valhalla for records. Now, and one of the things I found was a record I've been looking for quite some time because of this book, and it's this album, The Cramps, Songs the Lord Taught Us, and I could not find this record anywhere else, apart from Discogs, of course. But hunting records here in the Netherlands, and I've been looking all over in record shops in France and Spain for the last couple of months. I just could not find this album. The last couple of years I've been trying to find it, but I could not find a copy. And then I walked into a beautiful record shop in Greenwich, and they had a copy. Now, I didn't know what kind of copy it was. I just was amazed to see this cover, because take a look at this cover. I really love the cover. I really like the photograph, the look on her eyes, the deep look in his eyes, this kind of crazy scared look, and then the purple and the font. I think this is, I mean, part of the experience of a record sometimes starts with the moment you find it and the way the cover looks. So I was just hoping that this would be an original pressing. Now, this is not a first US pressing. The album originally was recorded in the United States, but it is a first UK. And I'm not sure which one is supposed to sound better, though some people claim that the record quality of British pressings can be superior. You know, I think you should always compare it to an original one. Yet, finding a first UK of this album is just awesome. Now, that's another nice thing I'd like to show you before I start to talk about the record itself, and that is this. The first UK, some of them have shine through vinyl. Now, you cannot see it if I'm not putting a light behind it, but I have hold this up against the light, and then you see that it's slightly red. So if you're in doubt whether you're holding a first UK pressing, try and hold it against the light, and you'll see whether you have well, if it shines through, then you definitely have one. If it doesn't, there are some who are just plain black. But I think that is just one of those nice details of this record. Now, I just listened to it from back to back, and this is some really awesome, how can I call it, rockabilly, gothic, garage punk. After this record was released, this was the first album by the Cramps, the term psychobilly was introduced. There is an element of 50s horror movies in there. For example, in a song like Zombie Dance and a song like I Was a Teenage Werewolf, which I Was a Teenage Werewolf is a really nice song. It's really awesome. And that kind of vibe, the sort of like 50s vibe, but taking it to a grittier area, to a punkier area, to an element of goth, but it never becomes 70s horror, you know? I mean, it's recorded in the 70s and a little bit of part in the 80s, so it never has that vibe. It really has a 50s horror vibe. I really like that. But it also has an element of garage, of the first The Ramones album. There's a song, for example, there's a beautiful cover of the song Fever, which immediately made me thinking, oh, I want to put on Elvis's version of Fever, which coincidentally in London I also found first UK mono of Elvis Is Back, so I can't wait to put that on. But listening to that Fever and the way the guitar just, the dynamic of the recording, I mean, it sounds like the amplifier was put way in the back, and as if the guitar player herself was changing the volume, because it can sometimes go from very far to very to the front, or the peaking of sounds. Something is incredibly messy about this album. Yet there's also a certain concentration. They know what they are doing. They have a strong focus on atmosphere. I really like the vocals and the way the story is being told, and it never becomes a cliche of its own. It never becomes a joke of itself. It is just playfully using the elements of the rockabilly, the 50s element of horror films. They use it in just the right manner to be able to fully enjoy the music and the melodies. And I mean, this is really good. This is really, really, really good and very, very special. I really love punk, but to just call it punk, it is one of the goth horror rockabilly children of punk. That's what I would call this record. Does it belong in 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die? Oh yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. This is awesome. Go out, try and find one, listen to it, go ahead and love it. So, do you agree? Do you disagree? Should it be in the book or not? Leave a comment below and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.